Hey everyone, welcome back to episode 8 of Nerd Herders Show. I'm Rich.
I'm poor.
And,
I've been waiting for that.
I hate you. We are from the Over a Beer channel. Today is going to be our discussion segment, and quite a bit of news just dropped that we're going to discuss today. The Nintendo Direct on November 21st, or November, what day is it? November 12th. November 12th Direct.
What's it called when you read things backward?
Dyslexic?
Dyslexic Rich over here.
Yeah, you know.
Your Twitter handle.
Yeah. So let's kind of dive right in. General thoughts, I thought it was a really good Direct.
Yes.
You had some hesitation
No,
there.
it is. No, I think, because you said it was a good Direct, and then I instantly think of the recent bad Directs and bad E3 presentation, and then I'm thinking, yes, this was better than Nintendo's E3.
Yeah.
I think.
Sure.
Right?
No, that's fair. That's fair to say.
Because there's less, first of all, if you don't know what a Nintendo Direct is and you just like watching us talk, Nintendo does these video presentations a few times a year where they kind of let you know what's coming up for the company. And they have a couple of Nintendo guys, and
it's a way for them to directly interact with the fans and talk about, here's what you want to hear, here's what you want to talk about, let's announce these games, announce these release dates, things like that.
They've been doing these for a while now, and they're usually pretty enjoyable, and they usually, sometimes they have really awesome things to show us, and sometimes it's like, why'd you bother doing that?
Yeah.
But they had a lot in this one.
They did.
I think it's, real quick, briefly, before we talk about what's to come, how have you felt about what's been this year, this quarter of 2015? Because to me, this has been, I'd have to look back at everything Nintendo put out this year, but my initial mental opinion of this year for Nintendo is letdown.
I don't know if I'd say letdown. I would say
underwhelmed.
Underwhelmed.
I think Nintendo had a really strong year last year. We had Mario Kart. Mario Kart DLC at least.
No, Mario Kart was last year. The DLC, the second half of the DLC was
so Mario Kart 8 came out last year. Amazing game. Super Smash Brothers. Amazing game. The introduction of Amiibo. We had Pokemon Sapphire and Omega Sapphire, whatever.
Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire.
Yeah. A lot of great stuff that I look for from Nintendo came out last year. Yes, we had the Mario Kart DLC then this year, and that was impressive, but that was just building upon a game that came out last year.
Kind of the big ones this year that instantly come to memory, Splatoon we had this year, which I don't think you've played any. I've played some of it, I actually really enjoyed it, and I don't care for multiplayer shooters or multiplayer games at all.
But have you actively kept up with it?
I have.
Because I know that it has an online community that is pretty dedicated.
Yeah, I mean, it's got some really passionate players.
It didn't grab you
in
that way.
Well, it was just one of those things of like, I played it and then something else came up and then something else came up. So it kind of, I'd love to go back to it at some point, but it's just one of those that's kind of fallen by the wayside as more stuff and more games have come out.
Sure. But then in June at E3, Nintendo did their presentation. E3 is the entertainment expo where all the big video game companies present what they're going to have in the next year or so. So they did theirs, and it was underwhelming. We were actually both kind of down, after watching it. They announced that Zelda wasn't going to be coming this year anymore.
Well, they didn't announce that beforehand.
Right.
They didn't even mention Zelda.
Sure. So we went into it knowing that Zelda was no longer coming out this year, instantly a downer. We saw our first big footage of Star Fox Wii U, and it was underwhelming. We got some other, Metroid soccer thing.
It's the Metroid Federation Force.
Not what
Which I am not what I wanted at the time, but I am withholding my judgment of that until I get a chance.
Sure, but it wasn't what we wanted.
Correct.
So, and E3, they can do Nintendo Directs all they want, but E3 is the one that you look to impress us. And it didn't. And so now we have this. It's the first, we had the passing of Iwata. We had a big discussion about that in our first or second week of doing this show. Go back and see that, see what we thought of the man. But now, let's look at the future. What did they tell us?
Sure. So the first thing I want to mention, at the very beginning, he did Reggie Fils-Aimé, American Nintendo NA America president. First kind of thing he did was, have a nice kind of little thing for Iwata. I'm surprised that the new president, Kimishima, didn't come out and say anything.
There was no Kimmy Schmidt.
I figured this would have been kind of their moment to sort of, here's your first direct in a long time, since the passing of Iwata. here's the new guy who's taken over for I think it was a year, and have him kind of speak out and speak to you guys and kind of introduce himself to the fans. And I'm really surprised he didn't do that. First big announcement: Twilight Princess HD. There were some rumors going around this. Somebody found like in the coder of the eShop, like a spot for Twilight Princess HD. But they officially announced Twilight Princess HD for March 4th with Amiibo support. And there is a bundle.
Yeah.
Oh, just wait. I'm excited about this one. There is a bundle coming out with Twilight Princess HD in the Amiibo, which is Wolf Link with Midna, right? Midna? On top. And
the bonus soundtrack.
Yes, you get a bonus soundtrack, which I'm a big fan of the Zelda music, Zelda themes, Zelda soundtracks.
Love them.
I'm all over.
So, this Nintendo Direct literally happened within a few hours of us recording this. We watched it together just before recording. We have both already pre-ordered this bundle.
Yep.
The interesting thing, so this had sort of leaked prematurely, but because somebody found in the coding of the eShop, the vast opinion of everybody was that it was just going to be a digital release.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's going to be
getting a
big
full
retail release
yeah.
with bundles and stuff that used to not be common for Nintendo. Now it's every game they do has something. Wait until you get into it, but it's not something they used to do. But Twilight Princess is a game, a great Zelda game. Love Twilight.
It was actually my first Zelda game.
That's right. So are you excited to go back?
I am. I played Twilight Princess probably I think in 2009. I remember I got a Wii.
For the Wii or for the game?
It was for the Wii. My dad got a free Wii with a laptop he bought, and he was like, "Here you go. You can." Here he gave it to me as like a birthday. He's like, "I got this free. Enjoy." And I remember I was talking to a friend of mine, and she was like, "You've never played a Zelda game? Go Twilight Princess. It came out. Go get it. Whatever." And this was a few years into the Wii's life cycle. I played it. I really enjoyed it. Like I know there's kind of some people who don't care for it, have problems with it, and some people really like it. Like it seems to have. It's very polarizing, I think, in a lot of ways, and there are some issues with it. Kind of looking back on it, but
I think it's going to have a great. Majora's Mask was re-released this past year. That is a highlight of the year for Nintendo. And there were all these discussions and thought pieces on how it was a misunderstood game when it came out.
Yeah, and a lot of
it's a hit.
Kind of revisionist stuff of everyone was like, "Oh no, I love this when it came out." And
the same thing will happen to Twilight Princess.
Oh, I'm sure.
I guarantee you. It is not my favorite Zelda game. I'm not gonna sit here and claim that it is. It is a really strong one, and I'm excited to go back to it. I have played this game twice, all the way through. Because I got it for the GameCube when it came out.
Gotcha.
And then I later bought the Wii one when the what are they? The Nintendo bestsellers or whatever. Whenever they come out. When it was only $20, I bought it again for the Wii.
Okay.
Played it through again.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to going back and playing this. Having now experienced pretty much all of the Zelda series since then. I'm looking forward to re-experiencing this and kind of seeing where it stacks now that I've had some more context of the Zelda franchise.
Yes, exciting.
Yeah,
news.
And they did a little tease at the end of it. It's kind of the Twilight Princess Link riding Epona, and then it transforms into the new Zelda Wii U art style and says 2016. That was it. That was all the new footage we got. It's something. I'll take it.
I still don't buy it.
You don't buy its Wii U or buy its 2016?
Either. Well,
really?
No.
Okay.
I won't say either because I actually think the NX will come out this coming year.
Okay.
So 2016 maybe. I still don't know if I buy that it's going to come out on the Wii U.
I think it has to.
I want to see a date with the picture of what the
I
package
agree.
is going to look like, but until I believe it.
I will believe it when I see it, but I feel like it has to. Because it's going to... All the hardcore Nintendo fans are the ones who own the Wii U. The ones who stuck by them through the Wii U, and they're the ones who you're going to piss off if you go, well...
But we've had this discussion.
I know, we've had this discussion.
My side of the story is
Sure.
that those people will be angry, but they will still go and get the next Zelda game no matter how they choose to do it.
Okay.
So I don't think that you can piss off enough of them to where Nintendo cares about that bottom line.
I mean, because I'm going to buy the NX no matter what.
Yeah.
And they did say, the Amiibo support, whatever the data is from Princess will transfer over to Zelda Wii U.
And they also
or not Zelda Wii U, but whatever the next Zelda game. So assuming it is an NX game, that kind of confirms, amiibo and stuff, which is kind of a given.
They also said that in addition to the Wolf Link amiibo that's going to come with it, you can also use the other existing
Yes.
Zelda series.
From Zelda amiibo from Smash.
Yes, so Toon Link and all of them, you know who they are.
So that came out, and then they talked about Triforce Heroes. There's going to be a free update for that. Free update for Splatoon. I can read my handwriting. Mario Maker. Oh, this is interesting. So they're going to do a portal site for Mario Maker, not in the game, but a site on for computers, tablets, smartphones, to go and have. It looked like a pretty in-depth, search functionality and filtering system where you can find just the precise levels you're looking for, which this game really needs.
Sure.
I've looked through the Mario Maker stuff for a while, and there's just you don't know where to start. There's no filters. There's nothing, and this looks like it's going to do it. My problem now is, why isn't this in the game? Why do I have to go into my phone or go into the computer to go find the stuff? Why can't I just do this in the game? Which I have to assume they're going to try to make a bigger patch, because they just did a patch or not a patch, but an update for Mario Maker. Checkpoints. There's a little bit of filtering now that you can do different categories in the kind of main Mario Maker hub for other things. For more Nintendo created levels and other guest created levels and things like that. So I have to imagine they'll eventually put this into the game somehow. Or this is just going to be more laying the groundwork kind of to have that ecosystem with their smartphones and things like that.
Maybe. It sounds like it's a needed thing, and it's good that they acknowledged that there was a needed thing like that.
Yeah.
And went ahead and did it.
Yeah, they're listening to it.
When that's going to be available? Is it now? I don't remember them saying it.
Sure, I don't have a date. If they did, I didn't write the date down. I missed it.
I don't remember them showing anything about it.
The couple of games they mentioned, they showed some more of looks like Amiibo. Is it Amiibo? I think it's Amiibo Festival, the Animal Crossing spin-off. Mario Tennis Ultra Smash. I'm not really going to probably get that, but I know a lot of people are really pumped about that. I've never been really big into the Mario sports games, but I know some people who love that stuff.
Real quick about the Animal Crossing
Sure.
Amiibo Festival thing. It just occurs to me, the Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer that came out, I haven't seen any stories on how that performed. There hasn't been a word about it, I wonder. Because New Leaf was huge.
Oh, yeah.
It was a huge seller on the 3DS. But Nintendo hasn't touted out any haha, this did really well, which makes me wonder how it did.
Sure.
And it's been a little bit since it came out now. A month?
Yeah, about a month, I think.
A month or more? I'm surprised we haven't heard that. I wonder if it wasn't too successful.
They also showed Pokemon Picross. It's was it free to play or free to download or something? I think on that.
I don't know. Puzzle game with Pokemon.
Yeah. I didn't write it down on here. One thing they did mention, if you're interested, they did a free to play game for your 3DS, and you got I can't remember what it's called, but you got badges and stuff to customize your 3DS themes. It's like a claw machine. You remember what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I don't remember what it was called, but it looked interesting. And again, it's a free to play model. You come in, you get 5 free chances.
And that's up now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That should be up now. Pokken Tournament.
Yeah.
They showed some more. They officially confirmed. I don't know if they confirmed it prior to this or not, but it was definitely officially confirmed for spring 2016.
Yes.
I've already pre-ordered it.
Pokemon. I have not, but it looks cool.
It was on Amazon. I'm not going to get charged until it comes out. I got time to change my mind if I want.
It looks fun.
It looks cool. It looks like I enjoy fighting games. It's from Bandai Namco, who did the Tekken games, so it's kind of supposed to be a cross between Pokemon and Tekken.
What was the other guy? Reggie, and then who?
Bill. Shit, what's his last name? I don't remember.
Anyway, the other guy, he didn't pronounce it I've always heard it called Tekken. He called it Tekken.
Yeah.
I've never heard anyone say it.
Maybe that's how it is. I don't know.
Maybe that is. You would think that he would have got. It's not like they do that live.
Yeah.
They're in cooperation with these people.
We did the same thing he did with Pokken. He did kind of the same.
Yeah. He said it almost as if it was 2 words, like Tekken.
Yeah.
I don't know if he just said it wrong or if I've been saying it wrong literally my entire life.
But it looks cool. It looks fun. If you the first batch of it, you get a Dark Mewtwo amiibo card to unlock that character, which you can unlock in game no matter what.
But if you don't have the card, you have to unlock him.
Well, yeah, you have to do things in the game
go
to
through
unlock
it,
him.
and so you just get him. And so this is going to be a thing, right? They're going to sell these cards. They're going to sell these Pokemon cards.
Maybe they didn't. They didn't announce it.
I know they didn't know, but they're going to do that.
I'm sure.
I'm still waiting. There's going to be packs of.
I'm still waiting for that announcement where here's our Pokemon packs of Amiibo Pokemon cards.
Whether it's going to be packs like the Animal Crossing Amiibo cards, or that are just those, or if they're going to have whatever Pokemon trading card game expansion set comes out, they'll be like those rarely, sporadically thrown.
Yeah.
There's going to be some. I guarantee
I'm
they
sure.
didn't make one Mewtwo card with that ability. There are others.
Oh, I don't doubt that. So they then they announced they gave a new release date for Star Fox Zero, new trailer. April 22nd is now the release date for Star Fox Zero. You know, looking at the video this time, I don't know if I just, was kind of down when we saw the E3 footage or not, but I didn't think it looked all that bad. I think it looked like, like graphic-wise and stuff, like it looks fine.
That's the thing, it just looks fine.
Yeah, that's fair. Especially after, how good like Mario Kart looked and how good things like that looked. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to play it.
Of course. I mean, one of my all-time favorite franchises. Well, see, I'm just not excited about it, though. I should be excited about it.
Yeah.
I'm not sitting here like, oh my god, Star Fox. Like, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
We'll see.
Yeah. They also announced Final Fantasy Explorers, I think I wrote here.
Yeah, Explorers.
Explorers, which I was actually kind of really into watching the trailer for it, and then they were like, you can play alone, but it'll be really tough, so we recommend taking your friends with you. And I'm like...
Same problem.
Same problem with Triforce Heroes and stuff. And I'm like, I even wrote on here, friends, ugh.
Because it is on 3DS, this game, and it is harder to find people to play with it. Like,
yeah.
You gotta find time where you're all in the same room. I mean, I can see for kids, I guess.
I mean, you can do it, you can do Triforce Heroes, wirelessly and online and with your friends and stuff, but it like...
Really, have you?
No, I haven't touched it since probably the last time I talked about it on here. But yeah, I mean, I was like, oh cool, Final Fantasy 3DS game. I'm on board, and I was like, oh, it's gonna be a multiplayer. I'm out. Fire Emblem Fates, February 19th, official release date. They're gonna have both versions of it, Birthright and Conquest. If you guys don't know the new Fire Emblem game, essentially it's going to have two separate stories. I kind of liken it to Red and Blue, Pokemon, but they're very different stories. And the way it's brought up is there's kind of this war between these two different like clans or factions or whatever, and one of them is kind of your birth family and the other is the family that you grew up with. And so Conquest is you siding with the family you grew up with, Birthright's the family you were born with, and then they announced sort of a third game to go with it, Fire Emblem Revelation, and both of these games are sold separately. Birthright and Conquest, they're $39.99. If you buy one, you can get the other at a reduced price for download. It didn't say how much it was. And then Revelations will be available at a later date. It's supposed to give you some more backstory and stuff. The whole thing is up as a bundle, the Collector's Edition or Special Edition for Fire Emblem Fates for $80. So you can get all three games for $80.
How do you get the third game if it's coming out at a different time?
I don't know if it maybe comes with a code already, like a voucher or a code. It didn't... The thing that says just show the box, and it's here's two Fire Emblem games, and it comes with I think a soundtrack and a poster or a pouch or something.
There was a pouch.
There's a pouch
and an art book.
Art book. That was the other thing. It was a pouch and the art book.
Gotta love the pouches. I mean,
yeah.
Who uses those?
The art book's cool.
But yeah,
and then they announced there's going to be some DLC maps and stuff for that as well. As of now, it's on Amazon. I hope it doesn't sell out soon. So if you want to try to get into that, you can. Mega Man Legacy Collection, something I've been really excited about. It came out as a digital release a little while ago, a couple months I think at this point. And I wanted to get it, but I kind of held out. I'm going into this digital age kicking and screaming, so I am going to buy everything physical that I can. They announced it was going to be coming physical retail release in the beginning of next year. Well, if you buy it for 3DS in a special bundle,
course.
you get a gold Mega Man amiibo. I have already pre-ordered that as well. All these have gone up since hours since the direct, and I've got them all pre-ordered. And that's going to be out February 23rd. I still might end up picking it up on my PS4 just because I want the trophy support. but I want the amiibo. We'll see. Thoughts? What are your thoughts on that one? You looking forward to it? You gonna get it?
I love the idea of it. I love the museum feature that it has, the history of those games. I'll probably pick that up at some point. I mean, you get, what, the first 8 games, right?
6.
6
Big
games.
games. 6.
That sounds cool. I think, you know, it is something that lends itself to a handheld, but I do want it, I think I want it as a console experience. I'll probably end up, if I do get it, I'll get it for PlayStation, I think.
Sure. Next big one, this was really cool. I'm a little surprised about how they did it, but they announced that February 27th, Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow are going to be released on Virtual Console. It's the same day that the games were originally released. So that's kind of the big thing, which I'm surprised that either didn't, A, say, here's Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow on the 3DS. It is available right now. As soon as the direct's over, you can go download this. Or, like you had mentioned, wait until that day or like that month and be like, it's going to be available in a week when we were, used to release this and something.
What do you think these are going to cost?
I don't know. I don't buy a lot of
What's a fair
eShop.
price for that? I don't know.
$10? $5? $10 at this point? I don't know. I don't buy a lot of stuff on the eShop, so I'm not sure kind of what the...
I'm sure there'll be a bundle pricing option.
I would
as
hope
well,
so,
where
because
you save
I
some
would
money.
get all 3 of them. But
yeah, the cool thing about them is they said they're trying to keep it as close to the original experience as possible, with the one exception being, of course, there's no more link cable to trade. It's all going to be wireless trading between any other friends that may or may not buy the game as well on Virtual Console.
Sure.
Literally, if I turn my head, I can still see the box where my copies of Red, Blue, and Yellow are the physical copies. I still have a working Game Boy. So do I necessarily need this? No. Will I end up getting it? Probably.
Yeah, I mean, I don't carry my Game Boy around with me enough. I'm like, I feel like, kind of going old school and playing some Pokemon Blue or...
Yeah, I'm really excited. I love that it's out there. I love that, again, we had a discussion this week about how a lot of gamers now, we're definitely not alive. And
Yeah.
We're maybe alive, but we're very young.
We're a year old or
so
something.
they could go back and play it if they've loved all the other Game Boy games. It's hard to get a hold of those games if you don't already own them.
And I like that they're keeping it as close to the original as possible. It's still the same, art style, 8-bit art style. Everything looks the same. As much as I've kind of enjoyed, these like remakes, Gold, Silver, and or Heart Gold and Soul Silver, Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, kind of remaking it in sort of more of the current art style and stuff. I really like that they're keeping it in the same old sprites and all that stuff.
Yeah, me too. The one thing that I'll say about picking up Red, Blue, Yellow, whichever one, all of them, I might wait a bit to do it because the only reason my copy of Ruby from last year is open, it was to get that last ditch code before Club Nintendo closed. So I had not played that game.
Sure.
It feels weird to buy these games that I played through multiple times before I even get that. So maybe we'll see. But it's great that they're going to be out there. It's awesome.
Absolutely. And again, if you've never played Red, Blue, or Yellow, this is your chance to definitely pick it up in February in a couple months. Well worth your time. They showed some more of Hyrule Warriors. Where are they right here?
Linka.
More, yeah. Well, there's Linka. I was going to get to that one, but they announced. Did they give a date for that?
Or it wasn't even Linka. What was it?
March something. I think it's March. I don't know. I can't read the date here. My handwriting's terrible. And then Linkle. Linkle, basically female version of Link.
Yeah.
Is going to be in the game. That's cool. I mean, there's been kind of...
She looked cool.
She looked cool. There's been a lot of debate. I'm not thrilled on the name Linkle, but...
Linkle's a weird name.
It's cool that they're kind of doing this and embracing this, with the Zelda Wii U stuff. There was a lot of discussion of, is Zelda or is Link going to be a girl now? Like, what's going to happen? Blah, 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 blah. No, Link's android, whatever.
But now, you have to wonder, could Linkle become a possible option in a game down the line? Could Linkle become an option to play as in Zelda Wii U instead of Link?
To do, same way they do the
whatever
female,
Zelda
boy,
becomes,
girl.
Zelda. I mean, what would Linkle, Zelda, Link become? I mean, Zelda would have to presumably become a guy character if you played as Linkle. Well,
not necessarily.
Maybe you'd have the option. You know,
Yeah.
it is 2015, but traditionally the story is Link is in love with Zelda and he's trying to save her.
Sure.
Um,
I could still either be a hero off to save the princess. Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be a hero saving
definitely.
a princess. Could be a
But
female
it
hero.
would
saving
also be neat to see what a prince. I mean, it would be cool to
Sure.
see. It would almost be more empowering to women to see a female character saving a guy,
Yeah.
not just having to save another female.
Sure. So that was announced. I think it says March 25th or something. I don't know. Whatever. Brave the Second confirmed 2016 spring. I'm looking forward to that. I never finished the first game, but I played a lot of it and I really enjoyed it. Dragon Quest 7 and 8 they announced for 3DS, and then
No mention of the continuing adventures of Chibi Robo.
no mention of that. I'm not surprised. I don't think the reason most people bought that game probably for the amiibo.
Yeah.
I wish the game had been better, but it was rough.
So we did have a couple other things, right?
We have one big thing. I guess it's kind of like two big things. We have, unless there's something I'm forgetting after this. Last big thing is that for Super Smash Bros. Confirmed, Cloud from Final Fantasy VII is going to be in Smash.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Really awesome. Big fan of Final Fantasy VII. You play that game?
Yep.
My favorite Final Fantasy game is 8.
Okay.
That's not the most popular opinion,
Sure.
but I was a big fan of 7 as well. I can't wait for the HD remake. It's awesome to see Cloud now in there as well. I still, as also cool as I find it to be, I have not gotten the DLC with Ryu
I
yet.
haven't either.
You know, but he looked great.
Yeah.
We saw a lot of his moves, probably all of his moves. We saw the new stage that's
Mhm.
going to be in there. It's impressive. It looks cool, and you know what that means. That means there's going to be an amiibo.
It's going to be a Cloud amiibo.
There's going to be a Cloud amiibo that you can put right next to your.
The other 50-some ones.
He is sort of the most iconic character
Yeah.
from the Final Fantasy franchise.
So even if that's
So
not your
now-
favorite game, he's definitely the most iconic of the
So now you have the
franchise.
most iconic Street Fighter character, the most iconic Final
He's
Fantasy
the most iconic
character.
of-
And then you have Mario and Sonic and Mega Man and Pac-Man
Mhm.
all in the same game. That's incredible. Like, I almost feel like they really do need to get Snake back in this game. Of course, he was in the previous
Yeah.
game. Like, because he really is a very pivotal character. And, like, this almost has become, like, the most pivotal characters in
Sure.
video game history squaring off against each other. Like, he kind of needs to be in it. But
Well, we will see, because in December there's going to be a special Super Smash Bros. Direct. I don't think they've said it in the thing, but I was reading some stuff prior to recording, and there were some rumors about this was going to be, they were going to announce the ballot. If you guys don't know, they did a ballot, I think right before E3 or right after E3, for fans to basically go and vote on who they wanted to see in Smash.
Mhm.
It ran for a couple months, I think, and then once it was done, just went quiet. We haven't heard anything for a long time. So I think this would be the time to kind of make that announcement.
You know, a
of,
name that I could really see being one from video game history pop up in this, Spyro. Nintendo just had this. There was a time where the Spyro games were very.
no, yeah, I love the Spyro. I have the first three. I love
And
them.
Nintendo just made, they put amiibo functionality with Skylanders, which of course is Spyro. They have a deal with them, obviously.
That's true.
He would be an interesting character to pop up in that.
Did you vote on the ballot?
I did not.
Okay. Missing out. I voted for two. I voted twice.
Who did you vote for?
I put Shovel Knight in there
Okay.
because I think he would fit perfectly. And we're getting a Shovel Knight
Shovel
amiibo,
Knight amiibo might happen.
and Bomberman. A very,
That's a good one.
kind of forgotten character with some really great history and a lot of Nintendo history.
The Ryu news, I think, had sort of been thrown about a little bit, and then it was, spoiled
Yeah.
before Nintendo was ready to. But I didn't hear anything about Cloud.
They kept that.
So apparently, anything could happen.
Yeah, no,
Right.
absolutely.
Like, I mean, who knows who else we might get in this game? And it's great that we are now a year since it released, and we're still getting.
Mhm.
And we're over a year. It will be once the Smash Direct or Smash announcement happens, and we're still going to get new news. That's awesome.
Yeah, and I remember, when Mario Kart came out, and Mario Kart was sort of their first, dipping their toes into the whole DLC thing. Let's try this. Let's see how it goes. And I'm glad they're kind of progressing with it, and they're seeing where they can go and trying new things with it. Not just doing paid DLC, but doing updates and here's this and here's that. And I think some of the Super Smash Brothers stuff is a little bit pricey, but none of the games they've put out for DLC have been like I've never felt like incomplete. Like they've put out an incomplete game and now we're gonna have to get the DLC for it. Like it's always felt like, okay, we've made this game as great as we can. 6 months from now, what can we do to keep making it better? And they've kind of proven that. Because like Mario Kart 8 was definitely a very good, complete game when it came out, and it was like, well, here's Link, and here's a Hyrule stage.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, here's Animal Crossing stage. Here's they may still do something else for that. But yeah, I think that kind of wrapped up the Direct.
A good Direct.
Yeah, a very good Direct. Very exciting. A lot of cool stuff being announced.
You immediately went on and pre-ordered how much of this?
The Hyrule Warriors HD Amiibo bundle, the Fire Emblem Fates collector's set.
Twilight Princess.
What did I say?
Hyrule Warriors.
Yeah, Twilight Princess HD bundle, Fire Emblem Fates bundle, and then the Mega Man Gold Amiibo bundle. Buddy of mine texted me as this was happening and said this is the most expensive Direct that we've had. Yeah. Pre-ordered a lot of things. None of the money's been spent yet, technically, because it's not going to come out for a few months. But
as he said, he's rich, and I'm Nick.
Yeah.
So there we go. Good Direct.
Good Direct.
Good conversation. We'll obviously talk again when they do make the Smash announcement and stuff like that. So
sure.
Stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for more video game news and also all other nerdy content.
Absolutely.
We'll be providing you in the weeks to come.
And what did you guys think of the Direct? Did you think it was a good Direct? What do you wish they had done? What did you like about it? Let us know in the comments below. You can find me on Twitter at Rich Belson.
I'm at Stonks.
The channel's on Twitter at OABeer_official. You can also email us at overbeerofficial@gmail.com. We're on Facebook at facebook.com/overbeer. I'd give you a YouTube URL, but you know what, Nick? We can't have one yet. We can't have our own YouTube URL until we hit 100 subscribers. You know how that can be fixed? You guys can help us out. Like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel. Once we hit those 100s, we will be giving you youtube.com/FleaOverbeer. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what's available.
You can tell your friends. You can create 100 different accounts yourself and just subscribe to all of them.
You can.
You can, sign up your parents and loved ones.
Yeah.
Do something. Just help us out.
Yeah, that'd be great. But for those who have been supporting us so far, thank you so much. We like bringing you this weekly content, and we will see you guys tomorrow for not our last segment this week. We got a couple.
It's a full week.
Full week going on. But yeah, we'll see you next time.